Hollywood has a knack for casting actors that look exactly like the real people they play, but that's not the case here. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 actors who look nothing like their biopic counterparts. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at biopic actors who have, at best, a passing resemblance to the real person they played. The performances might have still been great, but we are just referring to their physical appearances. Number 10. Julie Andrews as Maria von Trapp, The Sound of Music. The Von Trapp family was a popular act who performed in Austria before heading to the United States just before the start of World War II. Maria von Trapp's autobiography was adapted into the popular stage play and film The Sound of Music. While rightfully considered a classic, Robert Wise's musical took many creative liberties, including casting Mary Poppins as Maria. Julie Andrews' angelic beauty complemented The Sound of Music's optimistic tone, but the actress did not even hold a passing resemblance to Maria von Trapp. Number 9. Leonardo DiCaprio as J. Edgar Hoover, J. Edgar. What do Jordan Belfort and Frank Abagnale Jr. have in common? They both look nothing like Leonardo DiCaprio. Hailed as one of the best of his generation, DiCaprio consistently throws himself into roles that challenge him physically. For the role of J. Edgar Hoover in Clint Eastwood's biopic, DiCaprio packed on the pounds and the makeup to really transform into the FBI's first director. Although his performance was praised, the makeup failed to make a convincing transformation, as the actor just looked like the older version of himself rather than J. Edgar Hoover. Number 8. Lindsay Lohan as Elizabeth Taylor, Liz and Dick. Named as the 7th greatest female screen legend by the American Film Institute, Elizabeth Taylor started as a child actress before developing into one of Hollywood's leading ladies and an icon of Hollywood glamour. Liz and Dick was a made-for-TV movie focusing on Taylor's relationship with Richard Burton, starring Lindsay Lohan as the legendary celebrity. Both actresses went through a tough time with the tabloids, but the similarities end there. While Lifetime dressed Lohan in the right clothes and wigs, no one bought her portrayal of Taylor thanks to her lack of resemblance. Number 7. Michael C. Hall as John F. Kennedy, The Crown. As the 35th President of the United States and one of the most popular to hold office, John F. Kennedy is no stranger to biopics, and many actors have tried their hands at his distinct cadence. Michael C. Hall is a fantastic actor who joined Season 2 of The Crown to play the iconic leader. As the second youngest president, JFK was characterized as energetic and relatable, traits that were expertly captured by Hall. In terms of looks, yeah, there's just nothing there. The casting paid off though, as Hall's talent and charisma are more than enough to warrant a suspension of disbelief. Number 6. Michael Fassbender as Steve Jobs, Steve Jobs. Since the Apple co-founder's untimely passing, there have been a few high-profile biopics on the life of Steve Jobs. 2015 saw the release of Danny Boyle's acclaimed film starring Michael Fassbender as the influential entrepreneur, with the actor earning Best Actor nominations at the Oscars and Golden Globes. Fassbender and the filmmakers have acknowledged that they made no effort to imitate Jobs, physically or otherwise, yet many praised his ability to capture the essence of the complicated figure in a thorough performance.
When I first met Danny, I said, well, I don't look anything like the man, and he said, yes, I know, and he wasn't interested in that, so we were just trying to capture the essence.
At one point, Fassbender does wear a black turtleneck, so there you go. Number 5. Margot Robbie as Tonya Harding, I, Tonya. Margot Robbie has received many accolades for her performance as Tonya Harding, the disgraced figure skater who was banned from the sport after an associate assaulted her rival Nancy Kerrigan. Robbie gives a thoroughly convincing performance, but Tonya Harding and Margot Robbie's facial features just hold nothing in common. Robbie fully committed to the role, reportedly employing everything from wigs to a fat suit to capture the character, but she could still never pass for Harding's doppelganger. Number 4. Zoe Saldana as Nina Simone, Nina. Besides contributing to the civil rights movement, the legendary jazz singer heavily criticized the expectations enforced on black women in America. When Nina Simone's biopic was announced, the film immediately garnered controversy for casting Zoe Saldana as the influential singer. It was pointed out that Saldana bears little resemblance to Simone, with many stating that Saldana is too light-skinned for the role. Even Simone's daughter expressed disappointment at the casting, believing that Saldana was not the ideal actress to portray her mother. Number 3. Steve Carrell as John du Pont, Foxcatcher. Here's an example of makeup doing its job. Steve Carrell took on the role of John du Pont, a member of the Forbes 400 Richest Americans who was convicted of murdering Olympic champion wrestler Dave Schultz. Known for his lovable funny man characters, Carrell completely lost himself in the role and was rewarded with a Best Actor nomination at the Oscars. In order to mask their noticeable differences, Carell's face was covered with makeup and prosthetics, including a massive nose, creating a rather uncanny similarity between the two. Number 2. Angelina Jolie as Marianne Pearl, A Mighty Heart. Hey, if Marianne Pearl is fine with it, who are we to complain? A Mighty Heart adapts the French journalist's memoir of the same name and focuses on Daniel Pearl's tragic kidnapping and beheading. With the personal blessing of Pearl, Angelina Jolie accepted the role and delivered one of her best performances. As Pearl comes from a mixed background, with her mother being of Cuban descent, the casting of a white American actress received criticism. The actress turned in a restrained and emotional performance, but off-screen, the physical differences between actor and subject are rather apparent. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1. Chadwick Boseman as Thurgood Marshall. Marshall. Thurgood Marshall earned a name for himself throughout the 1950s, successfully arguing court cases for the civil rights movement, and was later appointed as an Associate Justice to the Supreme Court of the United States. He was famously the first African American to land the position. For the lawyer's biopic, Chadwick Boseman received the role. Although Boseman had experience in biopics, the decision sparked quite a bit of controversy due to their difference in skin tone. Boseman is a fantastic actor, but even many of his fans agreed the casting of this film left much to be desired.